Hello and welcome. Right, I've just checked. I've just popped over to pick this up, and I just checked the mineral feed. We're at 16 tonnes, which is not going to last very long. So although we have been doing it, that's the one thing that's going to let us down, and I know it does because Neverland, it's done exactly the same thing. I had a few months, and then bang, straight out of mineral feed, and then trouble. So what we're going to do is we're going to augment our own thing. We're going to buy some mineral feed ready done. Probably going to time lapse this because it is very, very slow. It really is when you do it this way. It's the very slow fill. Mineral feed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Fantastic. Right, we're going to do those, but I'm going to time lapse this because this is going to take forever to fill. But what we're going to do is we've matched what we've done ourselves. We're going to fill these up and then take them back, and then we're going to buy our animals. Yeah, I was determined that today is the day that the animals are going in before anything. I was going to start the seeder plant, well, planter planting, really technically, although it is seeding what I would be asking it to do. So, yeah. So obviously I've got that to do, but I thought, no, that's my trouble. I like to have dynamism, whereas in like I'm getting lots of things done at once, but sometimes it's a bit rushy, and like the session's gone, and yeah, you have done quite a lot, but you're not always showing. Oh wow, this is so painfully slow. Right, I'm going to go into time lapse, so we should chat afterwards because I would drive you all crazy if you have to sit and watch this at the proper speed. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Oh, 28 real minutes to put 17 tonnes of mineral feed in. I really think that's not right. Yeah, I think I should have gone for the H2 Studios. I'm not sure of the price, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that again. I tried the modded one as well, that from another pack. I was thinking perhaps that modder thought he was going to save us all from the terrible speed. I'm going to have to time that times 5. That's literally almost half an hour. We're going to get another autosave in a couple of minutes. Ridiculous. I mean, I do love this game, but that type of thing is really... What did you do in your session? Can you imagine if I'd have done that at full speed? 30 minutes. I could have done a 45-minute session. You'd have seen me filling a trailer, going back to the farm, and that would have been the end of the session. It's ridiculous. It is. I know it's a lesson in patience for me, but yeah, I think it's a lesson in patience. There's plenty to be doing on the farm, and there's plenty of things for patience, but I'm not sure that's one of them. So let's fill the other side of this from the Omatana and put the 34 tons in, which hopefully will last us a while. I say next time I'm going to have to use my brain and grab it from the H2 Studios. I am, and going forwards I really don't think pallets are the way, unless you're going to do what I have done on other ones. The trouble is, even that doesn't work perfectly. If you put a trailer full of 20 tons of that, it stops unloading after a certain amount of time, and then you've got to jump back in and like keep reminding it that it should be unloading. It's a little bit like the belt systems. They're the same. You'll set them going, you'll go away and you'll try and do a field, you'll come back and it stops. You'll jump in and it'll start again. So it wasn't like it was out of position, which you'd expect it to stop. It's just that for some reason there's some weird time limit. Yeah, I know, and it's imperfect, and we have got to put up with it, it's true. I agree totally. We have our stacked Omatana fitted for down doing the grass. So there's not so much lugging around. I know we've now got a widen out equipment set, but I'm more worried about, yeah, we're not worried, I'm more wanting to get the animals in. That is the most important job of this particular session, really is the culmination of a year's work, if you think about it, which is why I thought I wanted to get a load of lugging done. In fact, do I time-lapse? I don't know, 70 tons, this is quick. Unlike grabbing the mineral feed, which is not. I think, yeah, I've had to realise I would have had to. It is slow. It is. I think that's what I suppose gets me. It uses it quite quickly, and yet even the Omatana makes it something like 3.5 tons a day. So it's slow to make as well. So it's slow to fill, slow to make, and used quickly. I don't know, I just wish it would go back to the old thing and we would do away with the need for mineral feed. I suppose you could do the 2 mineral feeds, you could do the lime one and the stone one from the Omatana. And there are other ones as well, the mineral feed. I've never really looked closely to see how quick. Now then, we want the other one. This is not the one we have filled. Yeah, we don't want to make a mistake like that. To have to fill another 32 tons would, I think I'd have to like go and cry for a little bit, definitely. Let's get this in, and then we'll get the rest of our stuff in with the 70 tonner. I don't mean I'm going to grab all 1,000,000 litres of silage either. No, that is not what I'm. But definitely enough to tide us over. I might actually do that over a couple of sessions, where we just, yeah, where I just literally do some off. Yeah, I'm thinking something like 3 loads of silage and same. We shall see. Yeah, we'll just get them in. I might do that off camera at the end of the session. Yeah, I really should not have left all of the equipment here. This is where it gets you, when you need to like literally come in and you've got to get past it all. But yeah, I thought this would speed things up enormously. Now then, be careful, that's going to be very close to hitting the chickens. Got those eggs crushing. No, got to get them shifted as well. I'm not sure whether to use them ourselves really in the baking of cakes. I've never done cakes ever. It's one of those. It's a bit faffy, there's a lot to it, and I've never sort of had the patience to do it all, but again, it's one of those things that I wouldn't mind doing. We will sort of have all the constituent parts. I think it's a good little learner, if I remember rightly. So it is one of those things that it's tantamount to the effort that you put in. Alright, so then I still think I'm going to time lapse this though, because there's still going to be probably about 10 loads. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to save you twice from having to watch lots and lots of very, very slow stuff. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, let's get some animals in. I can do the rest. I was thinking I wanted to catch this before it hits the 10 o'clock Is it this side or the other side? And it's one of these type doors. I'm sure it is. Must be the other side. Yeah, I think it is. A similar one to the one on... it might be the same one, actually. Only, obviously, with augment. Aha, I saw it. Right, so we're going for... I went for Brown Swiss last time. I'm going to go for Holstein this time. We want... yeah, the really, really expensive ones. I'm going to go 60. How many can we afford? I think we'll go 100. And same again. Select and 40. I think that's a good start, and we do need some money left. It is true, it is. You can't just. If I'd have gone the smaller ones, but then you're not milking straight away, and yeah, we are going to need to shut that gate now. And you have got some grass. Fantastic, 109,626. I would want, yeah, I was wanting to literally, let's grab another hay. We should be about on time for 10 o'clock for the mix to get mixed. That's what I was wanting to, I thought a victory lap was in order. And to see the little robots doing its business is what I was also saying, if I'm putting the lorts around the corner, I've been using that as swing space, but if I wanted to see, could I get past it if there was, yeah, if I couldn't use this area out here as a swing space, and the answer to that question is yes, you can. So yeah, because I'm hoping the lorts to put it here. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure if it's going to work, but it is a space that is, yeah, large enough to accommodate it, so we shall see. Yeah, I wanted to do 4 of these. 2 of these have got quite a lot of mineral feed in, as we have seen. Yeah, so if we look at these, we have none at the minute. Do we buy them 1 load of TMR whilst it's... That is true. Do we? I think that's not probably a bad idea. Yeah, to literally provide them with... Also, I wouldn't mind seeing how much the mineral feed is to buy. Just outright. Yeah, I know it's expensive. It really is an expensive component. But, yeah, I'd like to see in comparison to the even if it's only 10 tonnes, just to see how much 10 tonnes would cost us. 10 tonnes would be 10 grand normally, so it would be nice to see. Let's keep our eye on the time. I want to catch that row. Oh, I think I've blocked the robot in. Yeah, the green trailer is going to need shifting, so we'll grab the John Deere. Yeah, let's grab that and we'll grab that out of the way. Otherwise, that robot's not coming out of its little room. And we can't have that. I think it can manage everything else. I don't. Yeah, got to make sure it's. Why is that not? I must have hit the thing. Yeah, the back door must have slammed against the pillar, which would have seriously dented it in real life. Right, so that's 4 to 2 to the 210 tonnes of straw that we've got in there. So yeah, really, probably 1 more silage and a couple more hay would make that a complete mix for a while. Let's grab that quickly out because it is 2 minutes until the hour, and it does come out. It is yeah, it is quite a timely robot. It is quite chuffs me really how this is. Yeah, it's nice to see Cavalier Roy has adapted to match the amount of animals he's got. Yeah, he's put in, and that is really important. It's amazing the amount of maps you go on where it's the one thing that sort of gets forgotten. You know, you've got a beautiful size. It definitely fits the size of the farm, but unfortunately, it runs out of straw within, you know, like the day, and then it causes backlashes of other things. So. Yeah, it is far more important than it looks. And yeah, I'm not having a go. C'est la vie. There are plenty of products on the market, even in real life, that actually don't. Thank you very much, Xbox, for that message. I don't know if you can see that. Some messages you can. I think you can see the Xbox ones because it's a Microsoft one, so of course you're going to see it. But yes. That's really thrown me a wobbler. I never expected that. Right, so let's quickly grab the windrower out of the way. I don't think it's the way, but I don't really want to risk it. Yeah, oh, any minute now, and that's gonna the curtains are gonna go down. Oh, ho, ho, perfect timing. Fantastic. Let's just push the windrower out of the way. I really do want to see the robot doing its business. It is amazing. Yeah, it is far more than it important than it actually seems. I think personally, that type of thing. Fantastic chicken coop that I fitted on Avon Valley, my first choice, and it hadn't had its. It was a base game one that had been adapted, so there was probably 100 chickens normally. Obviously, Giants have got that right. So of course the modder modded it, and you could put 700 or whatever chickens in it all of a sudden. But of course it hadn't been adapted. It hadn't been adapted to adjust the amounts of food and all the rest of it. So you were forever running out of food, which then meant your chickens were unhealthy all the time. So I had to remove it and put another one in, which is a shame because it really is a cracking sort of thing. But now then, have you got a clear run? Do I need to open the doors? I've already done it, so you're all right. Yeah, we will watch our little robot, our Laylee. Yeah, so we need to keep this route clear at all times now. Do we need to grab one load of... We shall see what it puts in once it's done its business. Because it seems to do its run even if you haven't got stuff to do. I'm sure I saw this one. I'd run out of mineral feed on Neverland. It still came out and did its thing and looked like it was pouring stuff in that it does. It's an animation, obviously. And an amazing one, though. I do really... I'm quite amazed. So, after all of our spending spree, we're down to 109,287. But when you consider that's what you start with, and we've done all that we've done, we bought all of those fields. We bought, 100 head of cattle, all in a year. We've got a biogas plant which we can now start using. We would start to grab that. 210 tons. Oh wow, it's all hay. It's classing the hay as food rather than TMR. Where's all the mineral feed gone? That was 30 odd tons. Now we'll have to wait for it to finish. It might actually show you what it's got once that's done its run. It might pop up then. Wow. Got 5.5 tons of slurry straight away. Straw, Mr. Smith, you are not doing your job properly. This is true. We do need to buy some straw for the bedding side, don't we? This is definitely true. Mineral feed as well, but yeah, let's get our job done properly first. We'll do a full 70 tons. I'm not sure if it'll take. I think it won't actually. I can't tell, can you, from looking? You could have done when I was looking in. I think it's 50 tons, but yeah, we'll stick another 20 tons in the outside bit. Let's see, can we sneak past here? Yeah, I am aware that really this is... that's why I didn't want anything... There is a big trailer, but it's not really any bigger than a Stroutman or anything like that, which, to be honest, any farmer's going to need quite a lot of big products when you're dealing on a scale of this, as no matter how small the yard is, it just means it's more difficult for you to get your stuff into that yard. Oh, of course, I'm being silly. Oh my life, I think I could put 1,000,000 litres in looking at that. Oh no, so it has put 205 tons of TMR in after that one mix. Amazing, that is fantastic. Yeah, so it's not, when it said food, it really didn't mean, it said hay though, from the outside. But that is definitely amazing. So there we go, we don't need to get any TMR, it's already done. 210 tons of TMR. So that mix is a super mix, because I'm sure on the normal base type 1 that doesn't do that. That is amazing. Look at that. I mean, it really, on the standard one I would have that would be full, but because of the capacity, the extended capacity, that is amazing. It really is. Right, well, I'm trying to think. No, it has. It is 10:05. It's been over an hour. I think I'm going to leave it as a short session. This is the session. We have completely got our animals bedded in. We've got them fed, and yeah, the rest is the next session. We're going to get the one field planted. I think we've done everything else. So apart from that weeding escapade, which there's nothing I can do about. Yeah, look at our fields now. 5 arable fields. Again, I'm not sure precision farming. I think the fields are all done, but I'm really not sure whether that is enough arable fields when you talk about crop rotation, because really you should fallow some of those. So that if you were going to fallow 2 fields a year, to be honest, you're going to need quite a few more fields than you naturally would do. So there is 92 and 1, I fancy. We had 93. I'm not sure whether we would go 93 and join 37, and then this would be our end. That's what I'm contemplating. But again, let's have a look at the kind of fields we're talking about. Yeah, I thought these were the baddies. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so 5's not a bad one. Plot 5. I know one of these at the back was good. Ooh, wow, that's super. Not good, that's just tremendously amazing. Oh, as is that. If I think we've hit the mother load, I reckon we'll grab those. Forget that one down there. Yeah, also it stretches us out a little bit. Yeah, they are almost at the road on the other side near that other farm. So yeah, I think we will. 74, 75, 76. They will be our rotations. Yeah, so we're not going to well, no, we are going to use them. That's the thing that you would do. But on the rotation side, obviously because of the cereal rotation, cereal is the most common crop of all. You're going to have to rotate that with things like soybeans, potatoes and that type of stuff, so that you can wrest the soil from the cereals to allow the crop rotation to work as in real life. That's why I love to play this. I'm trying to play this as realistic as possible to make it obvious to people just how bad it really is for farmers, the way that they do have to observe these type of rules to make a living, or your soil's tired, and even to rest your soil, to let one field be fallow. Or it used to, hundreds of years ago, they used to do a 7-year cycle and rest the soil on the 7th year. It was a common thing in the Middle Ages. So yeah, quite amazing. But yeah, that's enough of a history lesson from me. Yeah, all I've remains to be said is, yeah, we've done it. We have got to year 2. Well, actually on paper I think this is the year, yeah, because it's classed as year 1 straight away, isn't it? I think so. Does it say 2 year? Yeah, it does. Years played 2. So this is the beginning of our year 2 in March, and we can now use reduction. So we'll be switching the silage to go to the. Now what I would like to do is, because we've obviously got over 1 million litres of silage, I want to stick some in here. Yeah, we've got 61 tonnes. That's, wow, that has taken a lot of. That's a different mix. That's taken an awful lot of silage. It has actually. That seems to a different mix than I'm used to. Yeah, it's hardly touched the hay. So that's, yeah, the hay's just sitting there. What we've just stuck in there, it's almost like it's took all of the silage and gone straight to TMR. So I don't know how it's doing that mix, but nevertheless, it's taken an awful lot of mineral feed as well. We had 30-something tonnes. It's down to 22 tonnes. Might be the right ratio there. If that's 210 tonnes of TMR, I don't think that's bad. But yeah, these are all things that we're going to do over the coming months. We will get that field done. We also are going to go out with things. We're going to need mulchers and rollers. I'm thinking of doing the one from Mac Trucker. I know it's boring because I tend to go for this one now because it is so good. It goes up to, well, it's an all-in-one, so you just need to go. It's 41,000, which is, to me, is a lot of money, but it's a 12.3 metre. It folds up to a little snippet. Even for English roads, that's not bad. And it's a 12.3 metre. I always think it's a 12.5 metre. It's a 12.3 metre roller that you can also convert into grass roller, mulching roller and a field roller. So it's an all-in-one. For that sort of money, that's not bad for 12.3 metres. So that's what I'm tempted to do. We might, because I want to keep our money, I don't want to keep it, mind you, no, I'm being silly. Yeah, we can also use a production shed now to actually, this I am insisting though that it is only slurry and manure from our animals that we can bring in here. Yeah, of course we can convert straw, but to be honest I think we're using straw in here. We've got our own hay and grass that we're going to make from our fields, and we have got a lot of grass. We're back up to 3 big fields. The animal enclosures, obviously. Yeah, I thought we might have enough money to start the other catalogue, but yeah, when I realised those sort of costs, that yeah, that is a lot. It's going to cost us a lot to do the carcass types as well. So yeah, I don't know how much are they. Let's have a quick look, because I'm intrigued about this. How much they cost for the carcass type ones, and of course we're going to have twice as much. Shut that gate. Yeah, twice as much. I think it's about where this. Yeah, there it is. Yes, it's the carcassy ones, isn't it? The Angus. Yeah, sheer profit. An awful lot cheaper. An awful lot. Oh no, only 500. Yeah, not terribly. Yeah. 59.40. Let's have a look how much it would be for, if we say 100, it would be double that. 150,000, yeah, for 100 females. But that is where we're going to leave it. Yeah, that is also the goal. But we also need to have enough food to do it, and that's my really biggest concern. I want to play this for a few months before we even contemplate that, even if we've got the money to do it. So I don't really want to be, I mean, I'm trying to play this as like that we're mixing our own food. I mean, I know the thing is mixing our food, but what I mean is that I'm bringing everything in apart from the mineral feed, and even that I've had an attempt to go out, and we will carry on doing that. Yeah, I'm going to get some more stones. I will allow that type of thing, because obviously stones is not something I can produce, so you've got to buy some things in like you have in real life. So yeah, but all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. As always, I do love to hear from yourselves. As fellow shareholders of the farm, I am all ears to the direction the farm is going and all that type of thing. I know nobody very rarely takes me up on that, but it is, I do mean those words. They're not just said. Yeah, I do like to get other people's inputs. Yeah, I mean, I have. Yeah, Marty and Kevin have both said things, and I've followed the guidance of some shareholders, absolutely, quite a few times, as well as advice that's offered. But yeah, I really am going this time. All that remains to be said is goodbye for now.